Why are you here? If you're here, you're meant to hear this message. We opened a portal through paper that I call the looking glass. This is an alchemical art technique of covering a piece of paper with charcoal and allowing my higher self or spirit to show us the truth through body language, symbology, numerology, geometry, gematria, astronomy, in order to help us connect the dots for questions that many of you have. And this individual asked these questions. Was I born a woman and transformed into a man? Is the CIA after me? Who am I? Where did I come from? Why am I here? So we see people drinking like at the Last Supper or like Valhalla. They are all male. But I did two pieces, and we will explain what this male energy represents. There is a pope kneeling down, and inside his body are many trapped souls at 3 o'clock. There's you as a little boy balancing the sun and the moon, and you are the king toasting with your heart opening up to DNA and portals. While we were on the phone, this is the piece that was created while we were talking. Let's look at the symbols and let's get started. At 1 o'clock, there is a CIA individual wearing black glasses and a helmet, shooting nanotechnology into the air. Beside him is a little boy with two horns. The two horns represents the bull. The bull represents the white bull that was cut in half. This white bull being cut in half reflects like Maleficent. And Maleficent's wings were cut. So being cut in half is like Adam being cut into Eve. And this is a story of androgynous energy, being both male and female. There is a pope individual who is looking at the child, and there's a dragon next to the child, and an Anunnaki individual touching the child, and the child gets sent to realities. So the houses that we see at 5 and 6 o'clock are realms or realities. Stars reflect star systems. And I know that it's Anunnaki because if we look at you at 11 o'clock with the castle on your head, you have the number 203 on your forehead. 203 equals Enlil and Inky. Enlil and Inky in gematria, and you have many symbols of the Anunnaki. So let's look at the first house. The first house is a pope, priest-looking individual who stabbed and killed a mother. You said that you felt like in a past life you killed your mother. There's a boy watching this occur in the background. The second house is a castle and a child being taken from a castle and being eaten by a dragon. There's a boy witnessing it next to the individual being pursued. Now, you are also the individual in front of the table holding a male and female with your head being eaten by a dragon. And this reflects shifting timelines, shifting bodies, shifting parallel realities. And the male and the female were being cut in half like the golden compass. Why is there a boy witnessing these events in every scenario? It's because you're the boy witnessing. Now, because you're Anunnaki and you're a watcher, this means you're watching people. So I'm going to correlate it to The Conjuring Part 2. So on The Conjuring Part 2, the medium wanted to get into the body of someone in order to know what the truth was about where this person was. And when we become other people through dreaming or through watching or through meditation or through telepathy or because you're a psychic or a medium, we become other people and we can literally feel like we are them. I've done it many times. We adopt their body. We can see through their eyes. We feel their feelings. And if we're not careful, we will feel like we were the ones who killed the mother or stole the child or were ripped in half because we become other people. We don't realize that we are someone else. We think it's us. And this is the issue about being a watcher, is we go into the body and the mind and the emotion and the spirit of these people, and we become them, and we don't realize that we were not the ones who killed the mother or stole the child or were cut in half. We were simply experiencing life through them, and we adopted their experience onto us, thinking it was us. So you're a watcher. You're like an oracle, and you have the ability to see through other people's eyes. I believe the dragon symbolizes, like if we have a memory card or a SIM card in our head, our memory and our consciousness being bounced to a parallel body. So that dragon that is with you is part of your energy that you work with Enlil and Inky. And I know for a fact, or at least in my art, I'm pretty sure that Enlil is the one, or the dragon, that takes people's memories out of a realm and bounces them to a parallel reality. You work for the Vatican, and the Vatican does special things. So let me explain the dark side and the light side of everything. There's a hell perspective and there's a perspective from heaven. The hell perspective are the ones under the dominance and going through a hell. And the heaven is those looking down upon those going through it, realizing you're going to get through it and you're not going to be there forever. It really reminds me of the story of Thor being cast from Valhalla, or that heavenly realm, to experience hell. Because in order to become the perfect king, we have to experience this world, and we have to become humble. If we're going to send people here, we need to know what it's like to be here. We need to know the consequences of our authority. And we need to be in balance, and we need to be awoken. And so we have to go through being humbled and awoken, and we have to grow and we have to learn, so that when we go back to our throne, we have a way better understanding of where we are sending people. So notice the two-horned man at the left side of the table, the Anunnaki man in the center, throwing a piece of paper next to a dog. This is sending people to a hellish realm to learn the divine order of God. Dog spelled backwards is God. And the two fish reflects Pisces, but also a world of duality at 10 o'clock. You have three spirits inside of you. There's like a Enlil, Inky, and a dragon. The CIA, the Vatican, they all work for the Anunnaki. There does seem to be a dark side to it where, human beings are made out of mostly water, 75% water. And it seems like the Last Supper are drinking this water, is drinking the souls of humans, like a harvesting thing. And I'm not really sure, but that's what it seems like and feels like to me. Look at the symbols and show other people these symbols and tell me, or think about what you think it might be as well. We see next to the CIA individual with the letter V. And so it could be Venus, but I think it's like vampire, Vatican, androgynous energy, because the Bible says we were born in sin, and the god of the moon was called Sin. And the Sumerians say that the people of the moon were androgynous. They were both male and female. So the Anunnaki, they look male and female. They have the beard, and I've seen them many times in my readings. And so they self-impregnate. Jesus's mother self-impregnated, and this androgynous energy is the Christ. And Christ said, if you drink my blood, you can live forever. So now we see a correlation between the androgynous people, the Anunnaki, the vampires drink my blood and live forever, the Vatican, and all of that kind of comes into place. So no, you did not kill your mother. No, you weren't cut from a male to female, although you experienced it through the eyes of someone else. But you are male and female. You are androgynous. You are Anunnaki, and you are 203 is your number. You are Inky and Enlil. Now you're being shown that with the DNA coming out of the heart, you're being shown that the Anunnaki have the ability to become many people, not just one. And so that's your ability too. And so you're going to think you are many people, and you could take on the sins of the world like the Christ on the cross and think that you've done everything that everyone's done. And so it's a difficult thing to become someone else and not think that you committed those crimes. separating yourself and realizing that you are in this world and are part of this world, and by extension you feel the sins of this world, but they're not your sins. So each of your pieces shows the Vatican, shows a priest, and inside the body of the priest are trapped souls. On the spirit realm, I saw priests who take over people's souls. And this is why religion was created. Why do you give membership to a church when the kingdom of heaven is within you and your temple is your body? Because they want to tap into you. They want to spy on you. They want to watch you. They want to control your mind. So mind control and all of that is occurring because there's an agenda. And some people are eaten and harvested according to your symbology. I could be wrong. But there's also a hope here that some people are sent here to go from manhood to godhood, to suffer, to experience the world of suffering, so that when you do send someone here, you might think twice, and you might be a more gentle and a little bit more merciful. So when we look at your second piece, we see you with a little boy next to your shoulder who's upset about judgment, about wanting to be judged, or they are about to be judged. And there's a snake at the bottom of the page as well. This is many things. The snake is one of the most prominent energies. The Vatican has a snake inside one of their temples. And this is about you cannot come back to heaven until you go through a Kundalini awakening, and the snake is a portal, and the portal is closed to those who are not ready to come back. Notice in the first piece as well, everyone has the letter V on their elbow, and this is Vatican V. It looks as if the blue avians also work with the Anunnaki, and your hand actually makes ANE, which is Anunnaki. So you have to go from the alchemy of lead to gold. You're going to go through many awakenings, realizing you're a watcher, and you have to watch out and be careful not to adopt someone else's life experience, emotions, or beliefs onto you, and separate yourself from that experience and not carbon copy it onto you. It's very easy to do. I know. I've been there. Like Thor, you were sent here to learn and transform from lead to gold and awaken, and you will regain your throne again. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to do. Following a divine order of God, a divine voice, is also your agenda. And so we have to listen to that higher self and obey it. Notice the reptilians sitting at the table and the man with the two horns sitting at the table. Look at all the symbologies very closely. I can't explain it all. It would take hours. The castle above your head reflects memories of other people.
You are here to regain your throne.